My name is John O'Connell, Director of Maintenance at Scanlon Aviation. We're a Cirrus service center, not just wholly Cirruses, but we also do some other single GA aircraft. When we're doing annual inspections, the main challenge is just getting the information to them clearly. You know, that not only what the problem is, you know, the costs, the time it's going to take, and just so they have an idea of, you know, how long is this whole process going to take, what's it going to cost them. EBIS, that makes it really clear, is, you know, when it helps us keep all the discrepancies and the inspections in line, like with the Cirrus, with our airworthiness limitations, you know, me in that compliance report. It's really nice to have all that just really accessible and integrated with, you know, once we update their flight timer and stuff like that, everything's moving along. And then, so then we can compile all that, and it's all right in front of them. You know, what's going to happen, what needs to happen. It pretty much is, besides the work we do, working on the GA aircraft, is we have to have the aircraft manuals, and then EBIS does everything else. I mean, besides the actual work. I mean, it's our time clock. It keeps track of, you know, it's actually the work order, keeps track of the jobs, you know, where they're at in the progression from start to finish. It's our parts, keeps track of all our parts and that item, the technician's labor time, the compliance report, which I'm a fanatic about. That's it. I mean, with the manuals and EBIS, we have a shop. I mean, besides, not the technicians are the highest point or the biggest point or the most important in the shop, but it's the manuals and EBIS. And then we can get everything done we need to get done. The main thing is that for the airframe, the Cirrus, there's airworthiness limitations, and you can't overfly those. Those have to be done. So those are always top of my list for that. And then there's time limits. Usually they're recommended, not required. I'll keep track of those. They're pretty much Cirrus recommendations about when air filters need to be replaced that aren't law, but are good to keep track of when you change them last or when they should be changed. And then I've actually expanded more, because it used to be called, or there used to be a list called the appliance list, for items that maybe go to TBO or are on condition. I've started putting those in there too, because the compliance report, I mean, well, you can put anything you want in there, and you can name it whatever you want, you can sort it whatever way you want. So going back to airworthiness limitations, every time I go in there, I sort it, those pop to the top. You know, I can make sure that for all the legal reasons and the important things get done, and I can start working my way down the list, especially when we're doing an annual. It's half the battle. But instead of finding the squawk items on the aircraft, there's a ton more stuff that needs to be addressed that can reside in that list. And it's either on an hourly or a calendar schedule, and it's easy to access. You don't have to open up the logbook and go back, read some guy's handwriting or something like that. It's there for you.